Do you ever scroll through Pinterest and pin every single aesthetic bedroom picture, and then you walk into your own room and ask yourself, why does my room look so boring? How do I make it look aesthetic? And honestly, I don't know where to start. Here is your full guide on how to create an aesthetic Pinterest-worthy room that you love to come to after school. You love spending time there. I have done so many bedroom transformations over the years, so trust me when I say my room looked exactly like yours in the beginning as well. First room was also really boring and bland, and therefore I decided to create this Pinterest fairylight dream room, and the next year I added a touch of color to it. First, we need to choose a theme, whether it's coquette decor with a lot of lacy curtains, satin pillows, and ruffled duvets, or dark academia mode where you love to study in your bedroom, or maybe fairy princess where you have a lot of greenery in your room. Personally, I love fairy lights and I try to create a really dreamy mood at nighttime. It's time to create a blank canvas because we can't paint on something that's already done. I emptied out my entire room except for the furniture. I took down all the picture frames from the walls and then cleaned out my entire room. Now before we start, make sure to do a deep clean, otherwise you'll have dirt in hidden corners and that is never aesthetic. The room probably looks boring and bland, but don't fret, we will make it into a Pinterest dream. I all love canopies and they look so dreamy, especially at nighttime with fairy lights on. It is such a beautiful place to be at, but they cost a lot of money, and instead of that we can just make them at home. What you need for that is washi tape, thumbtacks, and any curtains you have. Also just use any white fabric. I personally like something that is a little bit transparent. And also use any lacy fabric. If you have popcorn ceilings like me, washi tape will only hold the lights and you'll have to use thumbtacks for the curtains. The first step is optional. I actually put a rod right behind my bed a couple of years back, and therefore I will use that as well. You can either use a curtain rod or thumbtacks right behind your bed, and then I personally like to create a square. I let a small piece hang out in the front. I also had two smaller curtains that I put on each of those sides. If you want, you can also hang extra fabric on the right and left side, and if you really want to be creative, you can also create this beautiful princess entrance. I've already mentioned my love for fairy lights, and this is my favorite part because I get to put them all in. I decided to use washi tape and put each of those individual strands to the roof, and this is the final result of the canopy with the fairy lights. It's super dreamy, especially at nighttime. There are so many different versions of canopies with a lot of fairy lights or flowers. There are also a lot of green leaves. You can customize your canopy as much as you like. By the way, my name is Sage and I love to make videos about lifestyle, productivity, and books. So if you like that, you can subscribe to the channel. I have been seeing these huge beautiful fans right behind your bed on Pinterest so often that I really wanted to recreate one. So therefore I went to the shops and got myself two huge big poster boards. Now you can choose any color. I was between cream and green, and the only green I could find was a dark green, so here we are. It's really easy to create a huge big fan. You just fold it like any paper fan. You first fold one side and then the other. You repeat the process until you have a huge big fan. You do this with both of these poster boards. In the end, I glued them together just to create this big fan. You can use any glue you like, but I like to use a really strong glue even for paper so that it lasts. Now the room looks a bit colorless, so let's add a touch of color to it. The next step is to add some greenery to the room. I personally love to use fake flowers for this because I might have unalived a couple of flowers in the past. I decided to put these green leaves on my headboard. I've owned them for such a long time, so it was the perfect touch. I also decided to buy these green huge leaves because they look super pretty and I have always wanted to own them. I love to choose posters because that makes the room look so versatile and different from any other. It feels like creating your own avatar room. A couple of years back, I wanted to buy huge posters, but instead of buying them, I decided to create them myself. All you have to do is print out 9 small pages and then stick them together on a poster board, and voila, here you have them. Right now my color printer is really bad, so for the colorful posters I decided to go to a shop nearby. I tested different posters on my iPad just to see which arrangement I liked, and then I printed out 3 of my favorites, but when I put them up I actually didn't like them, so I went back to the 2 older posters and 1 new one. I also put these fairy light bulbs around the frame and it makes it look so beautiful. One of my favorite parts of the room is specifically the vision board. wallpaper, but I personally like to hide mine because I don't want anybody to look at it, so it's right there beside the bed. Let's customize your room. There are so many ways to do it, and I love doing this because you can make your room look so unique and aesthetic. You can hang up your accessories or sunglasses or make small clay boards to put away your jewelry. A really easy way to do this is to create a jeans frame. All you need for this is a frame, glue, scissors, and a jeans. You can just cut up your jeans with scissors and glue it on top of the frame. Cut up the excess and then just put the frame back, and voila, you can accessorize it as much as you want, and there are so many ways to do this. If you only have a cardboard and paint at home, that's amazing because now we can create a music wall decor. Use blank paint to create a CD and then create small music forms and cut them out, and here you have it. No matter how much furniture I have, I still have so many things that I need to put away, so therefore a moon shelf helps you organize your things. Rings are probably just lying around just like mine, so let's create a ring holder because that's not just super aesthetic, it is really functional. Glue the foam on top of the frame and then just put the fabric in. It takes some time to do it, but it looks super aesthetic in the end. You can also glue small clips on the frame or the fabric in order to create a sunglasses holder, or glue clips on a really beautiful mirror, and then you have a necklace holder. And that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. Bye.